It was Title Tuesday for AEW Dynamite, but it doesn't matter. You can put this show on a brand new day. You're still getting the same old crappy product that we see every Wednesday. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. AEW Dynamite, whether it's on Tuesday, whether it's on Wednesday, hell, whether it's on 7 days a week. Thankfully, it's not. But even if it was, it still absolutely sucks. They can go head-to-head with NXT, head-to-head with the Invasion from TNA. They're going to lose. Hell, they could go head-to-head with fucking paint drying on a wall, and at this point, I still think the paint could bring in more viewers than Dynamite. Last week, they did under 500,000, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes, well, as I say, I wouldn't be surprised. I guarantee you it will go even lower this week, and we could see perhaps a record low for Dynamite. I think their lowest rating of all time is like 300,000.
I think it will.
And that was on a Tuesday as well. But they've got a lot worse since then.
Factor in this new rating system, factor in the company's dead, factor in they're against NXT, which was taking on TNA. They're fucked. Right, see that Molotov cocktail? That should have been flung at the fucking front doors of the AEW headquarters, not the Death Riders. This company needs to just die.
Go up in smoke, go up in flames. Crash and burn.
No, it's done. And like, see when I will actually applaud Tony Khan, right? Because see Darby Allin standing with a Molotov cocktail. Like, I mean, a Molotov cocktail. It's a cool image. You can't deny that. It's edgy.
Yeah, but how much better would it have been if he actually lit it?
Yeah, but how much better would it be if it was someone that mattered? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like see if Foley or Funk came out with a barbed wire and baseball bat wrapped in fire, then or engulfed in fire even, it mattered.
Yeah.
See when I jaw, and I don't, you know what, Darby Allin's probably like one of the best guys AEW's got, but I mean either way.
Yes, but if this is Sting coming out, right? I know he's retired, but they had him a couple of years ago. If this is Sting coming out with this weapon of choice, and he's about to fling it, right, towards like the Hurt Business, these fucking three big blacked jacked guys, man. I mean, is that no perk your interest? What it is a wee skinny guy that goes about in a skateboard like Avril Lavigne, throwing it at three fucking junkie looking people and John Moxley. Gremlins.
He was a skater boy. He said, "See you later, boy," and he climbed Mount Everest. Anyway, so yeah, I got a Molotov cocktail thrower in Darby Allin. We've got Andrade, who debuted last week but was nowhere to be seen this week.
Because he was slabbering to Dave.
That's what happens when you criticise Uncle Dave.
And also, Santos Escobar's re-signed with WWE. See when Santos Escobar is holding WWE hostage when he hasn't been seen since July, and they've actually just gave him the money.
Gave in to his demands.
That's actually disgusting, man. See Vince McMahon, he wouldn't wipe his arse with Santos Escobar.
You can go to TNA, pal.
Even though McMahon liked to shite on a whole host of people, he would not have shat on Santos Escobar.
Nah, he wouldn't have wasted a flush on this guy. But anyway, we need to waste the next 10 minutes talking about AEW. So it was Title Tuesday. Apparently there was titles on the line. We didn't watch it though, so therefore this is just a recap.
Yes, Hangman Page came out first. He talked about Joe. Joe was out there. There was a sign that said Ice fears Hangman. Yeah, I'm sure Ice fear Hangman. A fucking loser that wrestles in a fake company. Oh, they're bricking it. I mean, Hangman's the one that fears Ice. He's the one greeting, pleading with the 5 people left watching to fucking phone in and complain to HBO Max. He's the one that fears. He's a fucking loser. And let's just get it straight. See Ice. They're getting rid of illegal immigrants, or the inhumanity in that.
Yeah, if you're in a country illegally, then you
are a criminal. You've entered illegally, and you're a criminal.
You could be a good person, but you're still committing a crime.
Yes.
At the end of the day, and you shouldn't be there. And there's a reason we have borders, and there's a reason that you vet people, and there's a reason for having ID. And at the end of the day, you can't just get to a stage where you let anybody in. But Adam Page seems to think that, I don't know, that should be the case. How many immigrants is he letting into his house?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of money. I'm sure he's got a lot of rooms. Tony Khan's paying him a big cash. So, you know, if he cares so much about people, maybe he should let them in the spare room. Let them hang out with him. Anyway, hang out in the opening match. It was Tomohiro Ishii versus John Moxley.
He no-sold a pile driver for Moxley. He just got straight back up and then got hit with a curb stop and get pinned.
It's a sad day when...
Well, I say he got pinned, he kicked out and then he got choked. But
it's a sad day when the pile driver's just not even...
I mean, this guy, right, is like 57, from Japan, never done anything.
Pile driver should be ending his career.
Aye. No, seriously, it is. Honestly, it's embarrassing.
Anyway, match 2, Street Fight, The Demand versus the Hurt Syndicate.
I don't even know who's in the Demand.
Well, me neither. I'm assuming it's Ricochet and
Right.
2 fucking jobbers.
Wrestling headlines said the Demand remind them of how the Four Horsemen would show up in bunkhouse matches.
Jesus.
Right, I think the Horsemen overrated. I do. I think it's
But
Ric Flair.
they've got flair, so
Right,
therefore
they've got Ric Flair and the Enforcer. Right, you can add in McMongo, Benoit, McKiller, or you can add in Jeff Jarrett and the rest of them. They are. See, compared to anything in modern wrestling, they are the greatest thing of all time.
Absolutely.
I mean, Ric Flair cutting promos, like 12-minute promos on Nitro, and he wants to compare Baldy Ricochet to that? Fuck off. I don't know who does. Have you noticed the person that does the reviews for wrestling headlines with Dynamite? They always like give it a rating out of 10.
It's like 8 or
Aye.
higher.
Yeah, it was a bad show, but it was an 8. Aye.
Fucking
dead.
retarded. Ricochet does like a shooting star press onto a table, but doesn't go through the table. Just a fucking mess, isn't it?
Yep. Right. Hurt Syndicate win. Don Callis family are backstage. Bunch of jobbers, but Andrade ain't there.
No, he's not.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if his comments with Dave Meltzer's gotten pulled for this show.
But Takeshita and Okada are going to work well together. 2 Japanese guys, who cares? Match 3, Jurassic Express. I can't believe that they're back with this team here.
We're taking on 3 question marks. Is that a team or is that?
Jack Perry and Luchasaurus. I just can't believe that after everything that's happened, Jurassic Express are back. I think they were taking on 2 fucking jobbers. So
is it not insane that like this guy gets the heat of getting beat up by Punk backstage and they don't capitalise on it? He drives about a school bus for a couple of months.
Aye. Anyway, Jurassic Express win. The Young Bucks then hit the ring, and maybe we're going to get the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express. So much for Perry being part of this team that was going to take down AEW.
Yo, how the fuck are the Death Riders still existing in this company, by the way? Running about the parking lot, beating up people. This is... Yo, I think they've only existed for like 15 months. It feels like 15 years.
Yeah.
Right, and then 4th match. This is everything that's wrong with modern wrestling. Kyle versus Kyle.
Kyle Fletcher versus O'Reilly.
What the fuck is that?
The winner, the battle of the Kyles for the TNT Championship, and it is Kyle that comes out on top.
Can you honestly think...
Kyle Fletcher, that is.
Can you honestly think in the past in wrestling where 2 guys took each other on with the same name? Now, there is a few examples.
I mean, it could have been Steve Austin versus Steve Williams if JR had this. But at the end of the day,
yes,
no one's saying it's Steve versus Steve. They're saying it's Stone Cold versus Dr. Death, aren't they, at the end of the day?
Yo, right. Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. But you want to know the difference is, guys? Benoit and Jericho are fucking names.
Yeah.
They wouldn't bill it. You're right. They wouldn't. This feels more like Kyle versus Kyle than Fletcher versus O'Reilly.
Yeah.
No,
have you noticed that back in the day when wrestlers were fucking good, you could just say them by their surname?
They hated McMahon for doing that. Oh, how dare he take their first and middle name away? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but they were over, so therefore...
No, Randy Orton versus Randy Savage. It's Orton versus Savage.
Yeah, see Jericho...
Same when it was his dad.
See Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. No, you would never think of it as the battle of the Chris's because you know them as Jericho and Benoit.
Yep.
No, nobody knows Kyle Fletcher as Fletcher, and nobody knows Kyle O'Reilly as O'Reilly.
No.
Because they're fucking jobbers, so therefore you have to when addressing them, you have to use their full name because their surnames just don't have that impact. It's like McMahon. Yeah, his name was Vince McMahon, but you didn't need to call him Vince.
No.
You know, you knew him by McMahon.
Aye. No, exactly, but anyway, we'll move on. This match.
You knew Austin by Austin.
The Rock. There's a reason The Rock dropped Maya Fia.
Uh-huh.
He's The Rock. Right, Kyle Fletcher wins. We move on. Lance Archer hits the ring. We'll move on. Right, 5th match.
Mercedes Moné defeats Lacey Lane, who apparently was in WWE. I don't really recall her. She might have been in NXT. I can't really remember. I don't really care. Mercedes wins. She's now 10 days away from surpassing Jade Cargill's reign as the longest reigning TBS champion. So we'll see what happens there. Do we care though? Probably not. Match number 7, AEW World Tag Team Championship / AEW Unified Championship Double Jeopardy Eliminator. Brodido versus Takeshita and Okada. Now, I guess whoever wins this becomes the champs. Like, I don't... Eliminator, so whoever wins this gets a shot at the titles.
Yeah, that's
Takeshita and Okada won, so now they're going to get a shot at the tag team titles.
No, but Brodido Brodido are the tag team champions.
Yeah, so now they're going to get shut. That's what I'm saying.
But this is just everything that's wrong with wrestling now. See, when you have to fight the champion or champions in a number one contender, that's fucking.
They should have just put the belts on the line because Brodido fucking sucks. So.
But see this match. There's no value in seeing it again. There's no
value in seeing it in the first place.
There's no value in seeing any match in wrestling once now. So who the fuck wants to see it twice?
Yeah. Then we get Jet Speed talking about FTR. They don't think that they're top guys, neither do we. So we've got something common with Jet Speed.
They're not top guys. They're not middle guys. I mean, they're probably bottom guys to each other, but they just fucking suck, man. They're pish. As an insult to jobbers, they call them jobbers.
Yeah, I mean, the guy acted tough once the dude that tackled Bret Hart was in handcuffs. That was pathetic. I'll never forget that. Punched him once the guy's been dealt with. It's like, had he done it straight away, I'm like, oh, fair enough. Like, but no, he waited till the guy was in handcuffs.
But see when he did.
He should have left in handcuffs with him.
Do you not notice when he did that though? There was almost like a celebration. Like, oh, look at me. It's not even like he did it for Bret. He did it for himself to try and make himself look good.
That guy, he should have left in handcuffs with him.
Why
not? How funny would that have been?
I would have been fucking brilliant.
Anyway,
yeah, it's like, see the guy, right? He like.
How's his court case going, by the way?
He cuddled like Bret to the floor. Like, let's not pretend this guy did like a Rajah Jackson on Bret, and then at that point, there's all bets are off. But no, he didn't.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure this guy pulled a gun on someone a few months ago. Don't know what's happening with that. Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy gets the win. Pac's a fucking jobber, and I don't think there was. I mean, title Tuesday, but the main event's a non-title match between Pac and Orange Cassidy. I mean, how's that the main event?
Yeah. Absolutely
After
insane.
the match, Darby hits the ring, tells Pac, "You're mine." Darby then pepper sprays him, and then Darby has a Molotov cocktail, but security intervene. Darby's trying to commit murders here, but security won't allow him, which I guess makes a bit of sense.
They rated this show 8.75.
Out of 100 maybe?
Aye, 100. I mean, even that would be too high. But no, what are we doing here, folks, right? Dynamite, this rating will literally be about $250,000. At what point does Tony Khan... we're talking about WWE needing to like just restart. At what point does the wrestling business just go, aye, we need to... where is the breaking point?
I don't know, but to me, they need to find it, and they need to find it soon. It's sad for AEW because... under the Triple H reign of terror in WWE that is 2022 to this current day, AEW's just got progressively worse. See if AEW could deliver the same sort of standards that they had in their first 2 years, maybe they could do something.
They could. Anyway, guys, we can't give a rating.
WWE keeps getting worse and worse, and AEW is just less relevant than it's ever been.
Well, that is true. Yeah, it's like, it is as much as the decline in WWE's been, I think one of the AEW's been even worse.
And it's because the same with TNA, but on a lesser scale. It's like, as soon as WWE started to decline massively, TNA also declined. WWE are very fortunate that whatever company's number 2 to them seems to just fucking fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
So that when WWE does decline, there's nobody really there to...
See, as great as the Ruthless Aggression era is, the decline in WWE between 2001 and 2002 is fucking... I think it's gigantic, to be honest. It is. Because you're losing... Even though the start of 2002 is great, but I think once they actually do the brand split, Raw like just fucking dies on its arse for 3 months.
Yeah.
And see if WCW is like the WCW of 98, even though I know it's weird. But if it was going up against like 2002 WWE, they would have stood a fucking great chance.
But yeah, WWE are fortunate that every time they go down the shitter, or every time they see a big, decline in quality, whoever their competitor is also either sees a massive decline in quality or is out of business. So It is what it is. Anyway, guys, there's your recap. We'll be back later for more vids. Till next time. Peace.